Hey everyone, welcome to the channel where we unpack Bible stories with real talk, blending biblical truth, logical breakdowns, and philosophical vibes. Today, we're diving into the story of Esau and Jacob, the ultimate twin showdown from Genesis. Picture this: two brothers, one prophecy, and a family feud that ends up shaping nations. Was it fate, free will, or just good old-fashioned human messiness? Stick around as we explore the drama, the choices, and the incredible redemption. If you're into Bible study with a twist, go ahead and hit that like button right now. It all starts in the womb. Biblically, God tells their mom, Rebecca, something profound. Two nations are inside you, and the older will serve the younger. This sets the stage for everything. Esau bursts out first. He's described as red, hairy, a total wild child who grows up to be a skilled hunter. Jacob comes out right after, literally grabbing his brother's heel, which earns him his name, meaning supplanter or deceiver. Fast forward a few years. Esau comes back from a long hunt, absolutely starving. He smells this amazing lentil stew Jacob is cooking. In that moment of intense hunger, he makes a decision that echoes through history. He agrees to trade his birthright, all the firstborn perks like a double portion of the inheritance and the family leadership role, for a single meal. Esau's logic is simple. What good is my birthright to me if I'm about to die? From a logical perspective, this is a classic case of prioritizing instant gratification over long-term benefit. Esau is so focused on his immediate need that he completely devalues his future. It's like trading your retirement fund for a fancy dinner. It's an impulse buy of epic proportions. Philosophically, it raises a huge question. What do we truly value? Esau trades his legacy for survival, which brings to mind existentialist thinkers like Jean-Paul Sartre, who argued that we define our own worth through our choices. Esau chose a bowl of stew. But biblically, this impulsive act is also a key part of God's unfolding plan, a plan that often flips human expectations on their head. The one who was supposed to be first ends up last. Now for the real twist, the moment the family drama goes from a simmer to a full boil. Their dad, Isaac, is old and blind, and he decides it's time to pass on the patriarchal blessing. This blessing wasn't just a good luck, son. It was a powerful, spoken prophecy of prosperity and dominance. He calls for Esau, his favorite, to go hunt some game and prepare him a meal so he can bless him. But Rebekah overhears this and favors Jacob. She comes up with a cunning plot. She tells Jacob to grab 2 young goats from the flock so she can cook a meal that tastes just like the wild game Isaac loves. Then, she takes Esau's clothes for Jacob to wear and covers his smooth hands and neck with the goat skins to make him feel hairy, just like his brother. Jacob, disguised and carrying the savory meal, goes in to his blind father. He tricks Isaac into believing he is Esau and receives the coveted blessing. Right after Jacob leaves, Esau comes back with his meal, ready for his blessing, only to find out it's gone. He lets out a bitter cry, heartbroken and furious. The deception is complete, and Esau vows to get revenge on his brother as soon as their father dies. Hearing this, Rebekah warns Jacob, and he is forced to flee for his life, running to his uncle Laban's house in a distant land. From a logical angle, Jacob's scheme is incredibly high risk, high reward. Instead of trusting God's prophecy that the older would serve the younger, he and his mother decide to force it into happening. And it backfires, at least initially. Jacob is forced into exile, and in a perfect twist of karma, he ends up being deceived himself multiple times by his uncle Laban. He endures years of hard labor and guilt. Philosophically, you could see this as a collision of ideas. It's like Soren Kierkegaard's leap of faith. Jacob takes a risky jump to secure his destiny. Mixed with Friedrich Nietzsche's will to power, he imposes his will to gain dominance. But he pays a heavy price. Biblically, this messy, morally gray situation powerfully illustrates God's sovereignty. He uses flawed, broken people to accomplish his divine purposes, ultimately leading to the formation of the nation of Israel from Jacob's descendants. Jacob's time in exile is transformative. He flees as a trickster but grows through hardship. He works for his uncle Laban, gets married twice, and builds a large family and great wealth. The climax of his personal journey happens one night, when he is alone and physically wrestles with a mysterious man, who many believe was God himself or an angel. At the end of the struggle, Jacob's hip is injured, but he refuses to let go until he receives a blessing. The man renames him Israel, which means he struggles with God. This marks his shift from deceiver to a man who has contended with the divine and prevailed. Meanwhile, what happened to Esau? The Bible tells us he thrived too. He moved away, became the leader of his own people, the Edomites, and became a powerful man in his own right. He didn't let bitterness hold him back. Years later, the time comes for the two brothers to reunite. Jacob is terrified. He sends waves of gifts ahead of him, trying to appease the brother he wronged. He prepares for the worst, expecting an attack. But what happens next is one of the most beautiful moments of reconciliation in the entire Bible. When Esau sees Jacob, he doesn't attack. He runs to him, throws his arms around his neck, and they both weep. Jacob tries to give him the gifts, but Esau says, "I have enough, my brother. Keep what you have for yourself." All the years of rivalry, deception, and fear meld away in that one embrace. Logically, their story is a masterclass in cause and effect. Bad choices create ripples of consequences that last for years, but human adaptation and growth can overcome them. Esau's decision to forgive is a smart de-escalation tactic. He chooses peace over a pointless, long-held grudge. Philosophically, it reflects Aristotelian virtue. Both men find a form of flourishing, with Esau embodying a kind of contentment over conquest. And biblically, it's a powerful picture of God's grace working in messy families. Their story foreshadows the future of two nations, Edom from Esau and Israel from Jacob. But on a personal level, it's a story of forgiveness. When you think about it, their story really hits home. We are all a bit of Esau at times, impulsive, driven by our immediate desires. And we're all a bit of Jacob, ambitious, sometimes willing to cut corners to get what we want. It makes you wonder, what birthrights are we trading for a bowl of stew in our own lives? What blessings are we trying to grab instead of trusting the process? So, Esau and Jacob, a story of rivalry, redemption, and very real human struggles. It's biblically divine, logically consequential, and philosophically profound. What's your biggest takeaway from their story? Do you see it more as a story of fate or one driven by free will? Let me know your take in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe for more Bible deep dives and share this video if it sparked something for you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.